So, you want a wider smile and you want it like yesterday, right? But is it actually possible to see a real difference in just 1 week? Well, that's what we're going to break down. We'll dive into the science, bust some pretty big myths, and find the fastest, most effective path to that brilliant smile you're after. You know the feeling. You've got a wedding coming up, a big presentation, a reunion, and you look in the mirror and just wish your smile was a little bit brighter. This is probably the #1 reason people suddenly decide they need whiter teeth, and they need them now. And it turns out, that feeling is pretty much universal. I mean, check this out. A whopping 83.5% of people believe a bright smile is a major social asset. Think about that. That's more than 8 out of every 10 people who feel their smile is directly tied to their confidence, both personally and professionally. It's huge. Okay, so what are we really up against here? Well, the main culprits are probably part of your daily routine. We're talking coffee, tea, red wine. They all have pigments that just love to stick to our enamel. Tobacco use is a big one, of course. And hey, even just getting older plays a part, because our enamel naturally thins over time, revealing that yellower layer underneath. So if we want to find the absolute fastest solution, we first have to understand what we're fighting. Let's get into it and decode the actual science of how this all works. First thing you need to know, not all stains are created equal. You have extrinsic stains, which are on the surface from things like coffee. Those are the relatively easy ones. But then you have intrinsic stains. These guys are deeper, inside the tooth itself, maybe from medication or an old injury. And let me tell you, those are much, much more stubborn. So how do you fight them? It's basically a cool chemical reaction. An active ingredient, like peroxide, soaks into the tooth's porous enamel. It then releases these tiny oxygen molecules that act like a little cleaning crew. They hunt down the stain compounds, break them apart, and lift them right out. Simple chemistry, but incredibly powerful. Okay, now that we've got the science down, let's navigate the really confusing world of at-home treatments. There are so many trendy products out there, but do they actually work, based on the science we just covered? You've seen it everywhere, right? That black toothpaste that promises to give you pearly whites? It's one of the biggest trends out there. But what does the research actually say? Well, the research on this is pretty definitive. This quote from a clinical study says it all. After 12 full weeks, charcoal toothpastes showed no significant whitening effect. It might scrub off some fresh surface stands, but it does nothing to change the actual deeper color of your teeth. But here's the real risk. Charcoal is abrasive. Think of it like sandpaper for your teeth. It literally scratches away your protective enamel. And once that enamel is gone, it is gone forever. This can lead to sensitivity and, here's the irony, it can actually make your teeth look more yellow as the layer underneath starts to show through. Okay, on to the next viral sensation. Those purple color-correcting serums and toothpastes. They claim they can instantly cancel out all the yellow tones. How do they do it? The answer is basic color theory, right out of art class. Purple is the opposite of yellow on the color wheel, so applying a purple pigment just temporarily masks the yellow. It's an optical illusion, like a cosmetic filter for your teeth that lasts a few hours max. It doesn't remove a single stain. So if these trendy at-home methods just don't cut it for rapid, real results, where do we turn? Let's take a look at what a professional treatment really brings to the table. And the difference is, well, it's not even close when you see the numbers. A professional treatment can get you up to 12 shades whiter in a single hour, with results that can last over a year. Compare that to at-home kits, where you might get 2 or 3 shades whiter after weeks of effort, only to see it fade in a few months. The gap in speed, power, and safety is just huge. So how is that 1-hour speed even possible? The secret is LED activation. A specific blue light is used to supercharge the whitening gel, accelerating that chemical reaction by up to 300%. That's the technology that makes a 1-week transformation a reality, and it's something you just can't get from a box. A typical 1-hour professional session is incredibly efficient. It starts with a quick consultation. Then your gums are carefully protected. The session itself is just a few cycles of applying the gel and activating it with that LED light. And at the end, you get a final rinse and walk out with immediately visible results. It's that fast. And beyond the speed and results, there's the most important factor: safety. With a professional, you know the whitening agents are clinically approved. The peroxide concentrations are strong enough to be effective, but they're managed by a specialist who protects your gums and works to minimize any sensitivity. You're in safe hands. Getting that bright smile in a single session is absolutely incredible. But the work isn't quite done. Now we need to talk about protecting that investment and making those results last as long as possible.
So how long can this last? Get this, with the right aftercare, the results from a single professional session can last for up to 3 years. Imagine not even having to think about the color of your teeth for that long. It's a huge return on that initial investment.
The most critical period is the first 48 hours right after your treatment. Your teeth are more porous then and really susceptible to staining. So you want to avoid all the usual suspects: coffee, tea, red wine, dark sodas, even things like tomato sauce, just to protect your new, brilliant shade. Long-term, it's all about smart habits. Rinsing your mouth with water after that cup of coffee, using a straw for dark sodas, maintaining great oral hygiene, and avoiding tobacco will all go a very long way. And regular touch-ups, maybe once a year, can keep your smile at its peak brightness.
And if you're wondering if those little habits really matter, just look at this. The data shows that proper aftercare can extend your whitening results by up to 40%. That's a massive payoff for just a few small changes. Ultimately, this is what it's all about. As this quote highlights, it's not just about vanity. A smile you're proud of can genuinely boost your confidence and have a powerful, positive effect on your daily life and all your interactions.
So as we finish, the real question isn't just about how to get whiter teeth, it's about deciding what kind of result you truly want. Are you looking for a temporary filter or a real, lasting transformation? Ultimately, your smile is telling a story, so what do you want it to say?